And welcome back, YouTube. We're going to pick up where we left off last time in Factorio, where we were basically in the process of getting our launch facility set up here on Fulgora. We're mostly down steel, apparently. I'm surprised how short on steel we are. I would assume that would have been, we've been piling it up pretty quickly, but apparently we're not. I may need to make use of all these electric furnaces that brought with me to make steel. I just had to deliver it to make steel. And how many pipe we're short? 20 pipe. Finished the elevated rails up. Some of the resources down here by the bottom, like scrap recycling productivity, processing unit productivity, quality modules, this needs the science that we make on this planet, so we'll have to figure out shipping that back. Which, apparently from a launch standpoint, shouldn't be that expensive. It's 5 stacks that go up per launch. So for example, this tech would require 2 launches from this planet to ship over to Nonus. I suppose while I'm waiting here, one thing I could research, so we can go ahead and research the next planet we're going to go to. We're going to go to Vulcanus next. Oh, I put most of the iron. That would be where most of my steel went. Okay, we're just short a bit of concrete, which is easy enough because I haven't depleted the concrete chest. So we can now set up the rocket silo. Where to put the rocket silo? You know, a couple episodes ago when I was contemplating finding a nice site to set up my factory, I was thinking, oh, and do a whole bunch of big stuff on this planet. And after realizing I'm not going to get a big place to put it, I've elected to give that goal up instead of just trying to get off the planet quicker. You need to build the thing before you can put the thing down. I'm trying to find the thing in the inventory. And you know why it isn't in the inventory? I haven't pushed the button. Gotta push that button. Doesn't work without the button push. So yeah, we're gonna get the rocket silo. The rocket silo is gonna be pretty easy to feed. Using the construction robots. Because we can just set up a requester chest to feed it. You want low density structure and rocket fuel and blue circuits. All of which is in the network as long as we've got enough supplies. And you need to be in bot range. Which is steel. Is that the robo horde up? Okay. Not too bad. There's an ideal place for the RoboHorde to be. Okay, so now you're in the RoboPort net. RoboPort net. Clear those out. Don't need those anymore. If anything, I should throw my stuff back in the network, so the robots aren't trying to constantly deliver things to me. And have the robots make them in the future. robots do the delivery in the future. Okay. While I'm here, it may make sense to put a few more logistic bots in the network. Or really, yeah, it really is the iron that we're short on. Okay, or the steel we're short on. In theory, shortly, we should actually have next rocket ready to go. And we should be contemplating what we want to put on the rocket to go up. Which one? I think the Bob Fizzy. We want to go ahead and get ourselves some stuff that we can only get on our Corello to ship back to our main planet. Trying to think about where those would be. Scrapper, recyclers. So we probably want... Okay, so those are pretty expensive to ship, but we're going to want those. Give me like 5 stacks of those. It's going to be like 10 launches, which is going to be pretty ouch from a launch standpoint, but in theory the launch isn't going to be too expensive because we're getting it all from scrap. I suppose while we're here, we could say, hey, we do probably want enough to do the quality module upgrade. And then the question is, do we want to get some electromagnetic plants shipped back as well? Yeah, I think I'll hold off on the electromagnetic plants. So yeah, that's what we want to get shipped. So the hard part of that is probably actually going to be the science. Well, the recyclers also require a lot of steel. Which is their own bundle of joy to get. Could be their own bundle of joy to get. Okay, so that's that field. I don't know if the robots actually have... No, don't queue it up. I want you to robo-build it. The robots have the range. The robots should have the range. That's the other reason we're building robots, is because as I start to demand to build more and more things here, we're going to want more and more robots to do the building. Granted, there's a balance between the logistics and construction, so what I just set up is construction, whereas what we've got more of our long-term stuff going to be running off of is going to be logistics. We're waiting on the blue. Why is the blue not coming? We should have plenty of blue in the system. Because the blue is the one place that doesn't have a passive provider chest. Let me get that fixed. And now the currently bored logistic robots show up and start doing the deliveries. Okay, with that, we should start getting our launch capacity going. %, towards launch. We got what should hopefully be excess capacity for launch there, or for scrap mining there for the moment. We do have more deposits. We got 2 more deposits on the island. And arguably for space, we will probably want to deplete those deposits at some point. Though I'm not necessarily down right away for trying to do an island hopping over to get one of the bigger deposits. So, while I do want to deplete them, I don't necessarily want to delete them super fast. And yeah, there's definitely more power-making potential on this island. We haven't put up all the power stuff we can do. %, towards launch. I suppose if I'm going to be... Because I haven't set up automated recycler production. Maybe that's actually something I should contemplate building by hand. Making a bunch of these recyclers. Oh, and they require concrete, so let's grab some concrete. Gears. What's backed up? Something's backed up. Fuel's backed up. Okay, I may need to find something else to do with fuel, other than launch capacity. Gears again, apparently. Oh, no, that wasn't the gear. Steel. Still steel? Yeah, it's still steel. Okay, we get 10 of those going. Well, the option I haven't contemplating doing... Well, I've contemplated doing it, but the option I haven't thought of actually really doing... I mean, really doing, was actually committing to... boilers. Setting up a steam engine. Boilers, steam engines... It would help with the power situation. I think it's still prioritized over... Oops, we don't need to make one of those if that's the case. I think it is still prioritized over the renewables. The renewable. And then we'll want a requester chest for this. Solid fuel. Oh, and you need to be filtered. Use a filter. You're only allowed to grab solid fuel. You're also allowed to get ice. Okay, that should delay the solid fuel from running out a little bit, or from backing up a little bit too much. In worst case scenario, if I need more consumption, I can just go ahead and throw more boilers on the issue. I'll provide us more power and consume more fuel. And we have a ready launch. Okay, so Bob Fizzy, we're requesting things. Not enough to fill one rocket. Rocket capacity is 10, so I can go and just drop the 10 scrappers I have in the storage chest, and it should immediately get shipped over to the rocket for me. I suppose that means it's time to get back to building more recyclers. Either that or getting towards actually setting up this specialty science. Does need to be made an electromagnetic plant, so I need to make one more electromagnetic plant. Oh, I never set up the grab for you. Oh, because I have personal logistics on the my personal robot's dropped off. That makes sense. Okay, which means... There we go. Okay, that'll work for you. Which means that'll be in the network. Did I grab enough to make the plant? Okay, so I just need more refined concrete. Which I have on me. That works. One more electromagnetic plant. Electrolyte, which we have. Ammonium solution, which we have. Accumulators, which we have. Supercapacitors, which we have. So I just need to figure out how to plumb the whole thing together and we're good to go. That's, of course, the hardest part. Is figuring out how to get it all to be in one place. As you do. That's how you make things hard. This is probably a terrible place for it. Yeah. Yeah, terrible place. Doesn't mean I can't make it work. In fact, I'm totally going to make this work. It's just a really bad place for it. Alright, so we don't want that accumulator there. That accumulator's in the way. So we're going to do an underground. Underground over there, underground over there, underground over there. Can I get away with that electric pole being someplace else? Probably. That's not a good spot either. Will that spot work? Probably. Okay, underground to there, underground to there. underground to there. You're hooked up. You're hooked up. Okay, now I just need to handle the input-output. So you're the output. You're the input. Oops. Nope. Nope. Ah, well, we made the both. Okay, so we're actually going to want quite a few of these. So that's 5 stacks. We want that much. Yep. Okay. This should be working. Well, those aren't being built, so if I want those to work, then I need to make them myself. Yeah, that makes sense. There we go. And with that, electromagnetic science is being made. Okay, now we're going to go back to hand-making recyclers. Grab a bunch of concrete. This bunch is going to grab all the concrete. And all the steel that's not requested right now. And we need a bunch of iron gear wheels. Blue circuits? No, no, no. No, 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 no. Don't make gear wheels. It's one thing we should be literally overflowing with is gear wheels. Apparently I need more water consumption as well. I did not expect that to also be a problem. I'm expecting that was to be a problem the other way around, where we don't have enough water production. But nope, we got too much. We have too much. Our temporary solution is I can just pick up and move a bunch of the ice. Longer-term solution is set more boilers up. Daytime power will apparently not be a problem on this planet. As we go back to the petrol age and burn things with steam. Or burn things to generate steam to run boilers. My boilers went there. Let there be more consumption of fuel and more consumption of ice. And now we make more power than the power grid requires, which... okay, kind of defeats the purpose of using renewable energy, but oh well. Well, the spaghetti is running. Get another shipment of recyclers going up. What am I missing here? Probably got enough concrete. Probably got enough blue. Might be low on the gears. Might be low on the steel. Yeah, it's the steel. There we go. So what we're trying to get enough for is develop quality module 3. Not that we're going to be building any of those anytime soon. Almost certainly not. But we'll develop those. And in fact, those actually won't be that bad to build here. Maybe I'll set something up to build these. Because superconductors aren't that bad to build. Honestly. Superconductors aren't that bad to build. So doing some interplanetary shipping to get some pristine quality 3 modules would not be that bad. I think the hardest thing about making these is going to be making quality versions of these. Nope. Because I have a wind burp. Yeah, so developing those will be something we can make at some point. So we'll go and research that tech. We might not actually build that right away. Build any of those right away. In fact, actually, what we're more likely to want to do... Quality 1? That, yeah. At some point, we're going to want to get the stuff to do epic and legendary quality. But yeah, that requires going to another planet we haven't gone to. It goes to go into Weva. Which is actually the 3rd planet I'm planning on going into. That requires going to Quellia. Hello. To do legendary quality. But yeah, we can enjoy the lower quality stuff earlier. How is shipping up to Bob Fizzle going? Okay, first set of the first 2 set of recyclers are up there. Just queued the 3rd one to go up. Honestly, that's going to ship every 1,000, so that's going to take a real long time to build. But we're not in a rush. In fact, worst case scenario, I'll ship off without that. We don't need that right now. We're going to want that, but we don't need that right now. Still steel, yeah. Was not expecting the steel to be... oh, and a little bit of blue. But even the blue's not really the bottleneck. Blue is going faster than steel at the moment. If anything, we're probably not using enough power. I might not be using enough power. At least for the moment, the ice isn't backing up. That's a good thing to see. That could become a problem. Well, basically, if anything backs up, we have a problem. And some of the things we don't actually have any shipment for. Like we're not Other than launching, we're not using any of the those bits. Okay, the launches are being limited by rocket fuel right now, which is, I think, a reasonable thing to actually have them be launched, limited by. So yeah, at this point I'm mainly trying to make the scrappers so we can go back with 100 scrappers is my plan right now. Which honestly shouldn't be that hard. Though apparently the limiting factor right now is steel production. It's making enough steel. So I may go ahead and put the part brake in, and then in the next part we'll hopefully get our recyclers ready to ship. In which case, then we'll set this guy off with us in tow back to Novice. And the big space station that's going to sit over Qualia is going to take forever to build, because it's going to take forever to build. Because we don't have a great amount of launch capacity back at Novice. Okay, we got the Volcanus tech complete. Probably not going to go... Well, we could... It'd be real quick to research. We can research the first couple of these. Make it a little bit more complicated. You only affect the destroyer. Okay, I'm not less interested in that. Oh, is that the level where it affects the Tesla turret? Yeah, yeah, the Tesla turret. So I should do those at some point. Not that I'm planning on using the distractor or whatever, because at some point I'm going to do the destroyer so we can get into electric weapons. Or the Tesla gun, because we'll probably use the Tesla gun. Okay, that's probably enough tank going. Well, since I did the boiler expansion so we can go through the water and the solid fuel quickly enough, we don't have any power problems. We might end up with other problems first. That's from buffer chests. Is there a way that I can tag stuff to be a buffer chest? Sort of, yeah. Okay. It's not a tag I can't do on it, so I can't say, hey, be a buffer chest. And the passive providers are passive. Those are loading pretty nicely. It's running. Grab some more steel. Grab more iron to throw in the steel makers. And yeah, we're mainly waiting on the recyclers. Granted, the recyclers getting shipped up, and, well, eventually us getting shipped up is going to be dependent upon getting that rocket fuel going. So the other thing we could make down here, because we do have access to reds and blues in pretty decent quantity, is we could make some modules. Can I? That's a question. That's a question I don't know if I have the answer to. How quickly would we, or well, how easy would it be to make another one of those? Because I don't want to mess with any of the recipes I got going here in the spaghetti. Oh, that's gonna take more iron. Eh. You're missing concrete. That's easy enough to feed you. And iron sticks. So that's a little bit more complicated to get, yeah. We got the insistent music coming along again. I'm thinking about making another one of these. Because that would give me an idea if I can use that as a normal assembling machine. I know there's some things you can use it for. I just don't know what the list is. Like, that you can't do, obviously. Made in lists 3 things, doesn't list the thing that I'm thinking of. But my question is, can I... In you... It says electromagnetic research, so I think it's only electric parts. But are these electric parts? Can I make these in you? Because the productivity bonus on that would make that really interesting. We're backed up on fuel again, of all things. So we'll temporarily fix the problem by taking the fuel out of the thing and manually delivering the fuel. It's the middle of the night, so we're getting too much renewable power, so the boilers aren't running. Oh, and we're immediately backed up on... stone. We're backed up on stone. I'm probably going to want to make rail at some point. Though I was making the iron sticks for the concrete, I think. But we got enough concrete. I can let that slide for a moment. Take a bunch of stone out of that system. I might just throw it in the buffer chest for the moment, but... Then we throw the polonium in, get our 1 electromagnetic plant, and we check to see if that is going to let us make modules. And the question here is, do I do productivity modules or speed modules? I think in the case of the iron, we probably want to do productivity, because I just want more per input, or for steel, just want more per input. Okay, so the best way to test this is we plop the one we just made, See what recipes it got. Yeah, so it will make those for me, which is nice to see. In which case, the hard bit to source is actually going to be the green circuits for the ones. Okay, so do I go speed just to make everything faster? Quickly run up to speed 2, wouldn't be that hard. Order run productivity. You know, based on the time, I'm going to make that decision in the next... Well, I'm going to make that decision over the part break going to the next part. So, if you've been watching YouTube, I hope you've been enjoying. I'm going to record one more part tonight, so I'm going to have a pretty late night. If you are watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to record one last part. So catch you all in the next part. Bye for now.